Good evening and welcome to you all. My name is Sawsan Kheir and I will be your MC this evening. I would like to begin by thanking the Haifa Big Band Orchestra and its conductor, Mr. Jeff Howard. The orchestra is under the management of Mr. Moti Anis and musical production of Mr. Denis Vo. We are honored tonight by the presence of Professor Alfred Tauber, Chairman of the Board of Governors, Mr. Muli Eden, Chairman of the Executive Committee, the President, Professor Ron Robin, the Rector, Professor Gustavo Mesh, members of the Board of Governors, the university's senior administration, and all of our guests. We have gathered here in this enchanting place for a ceremony to dedicate the Donors Garden of the university. This is a special and moving evening for all of us, in which we are initiating a public site that gives expression to the great esteem and appreciation that we feel for the donors who have accompanied the University of Haifa throughout its existence. It's now my honor to introduce the Vice President of Development and External Relations, Professor Dan Chernov.
Thank you. Dear friends, I'm proud, honored, and excited to be here and greet you into the inauguration of one of the most beautiful features we have in this campus. With no doubt, this place will, for many years, serve as a focal point of this campus to generations to come of students, faculty members, administrations, and guests. Now, we will hear shortly in detail about the history of this garden, but I would really love to say a few words about the meaning and the idea behind having a garden here and what it means for us in the university. Well, a garden is, of course, a living, breathing, and changing feature. In addition, it supports life around it. It's actually, if you think about it, the basis of life comes from photosynthesis, from plants. They grow and they nourish whole ecosystems, very much like the university. The university supports its students and its staff, and of course, faculty, but also it nourishes the environment, the city, the country. So you see the similarity. In addition, I must say that when we're thinking about it, change. A garden is something very viable, vibrant, changing. And this is one of the things that is happening right now to the university. And I have to thank from the bottom of my heart and as a representative of the administration of the university, Professor Tauber, for allowing us to have this amazing, amazing garden. Now, when we think about change and we think about what's really happening to the university, I think about an old Chinese proverb that says, well, when the winds of change blows, either you build walls, stone walls, and try to protect yourself, or you build sail ships and just move with the change and try to harness the wind to propel change and to advance it. And this is much of what Professor Tauber did for the university. He was our champion and is our champion, and he's been there for us in thick and thin through years. And again, I really want to thank him for being there for us, and I want you all to honor what he did for us. And the thing that is, I think, most crucial here to remember, this is the beginning of a turn that I hope will bring us into new and exciting places. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Danny, for your warm words. This ceremony is the culmination of a long process that began 5 years ago. Mr. Michael Messinger, formerly the Executive Director for the Unit of International Resource Development, will tell you about the humble beginning of this beautiful garden. Michael, welcome on stage.
Good evening, everybody. I'll take you back, it's a matter of 3 or 4 minutes, 4 years ago. We were sitting in a not very nice hotel downtown Haifa, a retreat of the professional staff of the Friends Societies. And the topic was our relationships with our donors. And Yefet Ozeri, who was at that time the CEO of the American Society, complained very clearly, we don't have any real recognition to the donors. We have plaques all over the campus, but we don't have a nice and decent or respectful place where we recognize our donors. And this complaint was echoed by other people. Tali Sayar said a few things, and quite spontaneously, we started a brainstorming. Now, in brainstorming, you know, crazy ideas come up and down, and you don't know exactly what will be the outcome. But after that brainstorming, we knew for sure what we didn't want. We did not want a monument. We didn't want another wall, more beautiful or less beautiful. We wanted something different. And from that discussion, after we finished that and we started discussing a few days later what could be done or what we wanted to do, we had a clear idea of something that takes into account the particularity of this campus, the beautiful landscape we have, the view we have from here. One of the ideas, by the way, was to take the Rieger Garden and to create there a wall, a glass wall with all the names. It was rejected. But ultimately, we came to this. Now, look there from here. Believe me, it's far beyond our dreams. What we thought when we started that brainstorming, this is much better, believe me. And we wanted also a place where people can relate to it. And when I say people, it's mostly the students and faculties. Because the donations, ultimately, are for the students and the faculty. And those who really enjoy the donations and the gifts and the generosity of our donors are students and faculty. So there are benches there. And our dream is really that people will come here, sit here, and they will see the names, whether they want it or not. They will have the names in front of them. It will also be a nice place for visitors from abroad and from Israel to come and see. It's not just grass and that's it. So this was the dream, and well, it took a brainstorming from the societies, from the Friends Associations. It took the proactivity of Rachel Kaberman, who took this as a almost personal project, and it became a reality because of her. And it took the generosity of Professor Tauber, who embraced, when he saw the plan of the garden, he embraced that. And finally, if we are here now celebrating this, is because of your funding, the Friends Association's ideas, Rachel Kaberman's execution, and Professor Tauber's support. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Michael. Please allow me to introduce myself. My name is Sawsan Kheir, and I'm a double program PhD candidate at the Department of Psychology at the University of Haifa and at the Department of Comparative Religion at the Åbo Academy University in Finland. I was born and raised in Kheir, a Druze village in the Western Galilee. My bachelor and master's degrees in psychology are from the University of Haifa, which I think of as my second home. My PhD research focuses on the effects of modernization on faith, values, and well-being in the lives of Druze and Muslim students in Israel. It is part of a global research project known as the Young Adults and Religion in a Global Perspective, or the YARG, headed by Professor Peter Nunes of the Obo Academy University. The project, which is being conducted in 12 countries across 5 continents, is investigating the changing religious subjectivities and values of university students globally. I hope someday to become a professor and contribute to the study of contemporary religious change in order to better understand the current transformations in religious life and practice in modern society. I am proud to be part of the Haifa grad team, a new initiative that will cultivate outstanding doctoral students in their scientific fields. The University of Haifa invites you to partner with us in establishing the Haifa grad team. This important program will spur the development of future academic leaders who demonstrate exceptional talents and aspire to enrich the Israeli academia. There are many other students at the university like me, whose academic path was made possible through the support of the Friends of the University. Let's meet them.
מלגת דלתא זה בעצם מלגה שהיא מיועדת לסטודנטים יוצאי אתיופיה. את זה הם עושים על ידי סיוע כלכלי וסיוע אקדמי, תוך כדי שיש דרישה שהיא נורא חשובה, שאותו סטודנט גם יחזיר לקהילה. תוכנית דלתא כן הצליחה ליצור אצלי מרחב שהוא מעצים. אני מרגישה שאני כן חלק מהחברה הישראלית. עזרה לי לראות בעצמי אזרח שהוא הרבה יותר תורם לחברה.
מגיל מאוד צעיר אני מתעניין במדעי המחשב. בגלל שאין לי קרובים בתחום, אז התרגלתי ללמוד באינטרנט לבד, וזה היה נחמד, אבל קצת קשה והשאיר לי חורים בידע, ואז הכרתי את תוכנית אתגר. תוכנית אתגר זו תוכנית לנערים שמעוניינים ללמוד במהלך לימודי התיכון, גם באוניברסיטה. אחר כך הם יוצאים מכאן עם רמה מקצועית הרבה יותר גבוהה, וזה אחר כך עוזר להשתלב לתפקידים מובחרים בצבא ובתעשייה.
My grandmother was a Holocaust survivor.
She was originally from Germany. She never ever spoke about her experience, not with my father, not with any of her grandchildren. And I think that this kind of question in my mind of always wanting to know more but never really being allowed to ask kind of pushed me into this area of study.
אני הגעתי לפה אחרי 3 שנים ב-MIT, לפני זה הייתי בקלטק בפוסט-דוקטורט, ולפני זה דוקטורט באוניברסיטת תל אביב. בעיקר אוהב לשלב בין התיאוריה והמתמטיקה הגבוהה וכל הצעצועים במעבדה.
I'm a marine biologist and my research focuses in corals and coral reefs. The main interest of my lab is to understand how those corals build their skeleton and how they will survive with the future climate change. We are now the leading in the field of marine science in Israel. We have over 50 students right now. Most of these students being supported by the donation.
The advantage of the Social Leader Scholarship that it benefits everyone, not only me. For example, I get motivated for the reason that someone believes in me, that gave me a scholarship. And most importantly, the Druze society that I come from get exposed more and more to the benefits of the academic institution.
By providing me with a full scholarship, I've been able to take 2 years and focus exclusively on my studies and really figure out what my next step will be in the area of research. Having the opportunity to take this time and focus exclusively on my studies as a mother with 3 young children at home and being able to do so with no financial worries over the past 2 years has been invaluable.
כל מה שאתה רואה פה לא היה קיים כשהגעתי, היה פה כיסאות, היה פה שולחנות, ופשוט הפכנו את זה למעבדה. יש לנו כל מיני מחלקות וקבוצות, virtual reality, רחפנים, עיבוד של ביג דאטה בענן, והסיבה שיצרנו את השם שלנו ויכולנו עכשיו עוד לגייס גרנטים זה בזכות כל ההשקעה הראשונית שקיבלנו מהתרומות, שיכולנו לקבל זמן נקי בשביל שנוכל לפתח את המעבדה, את המחקר.
תוכנית אתגר והמלגות המוענקות כאן באוניברסיטה עוזרות לי ולסטודנטים רבים אחרים להרגיש בטוחים בכך שאנחנו בדרך הנכונה, משרות בנו המון מוטיבציה.
With generous donations that allow recruit the leading scientists in marine science to Haifa University will allow us to be the leading in our field in the next century.
המשך התרומות יעזור לנו להגשים את כל החלומות האלה. להמשיך לשלב מצד אחד בתוצרים נפלאים, ומצד שני לעשות מחקר נקי וטהור. זה עבד עד עכשיו מצוין, ועכשיו אנחנו מקווים שבגל הבא זה ימשיך ככה.
כשאני חושבת על התוכנית הזאת, אני באמת חושבת על כמה היא תרמה להצלחה שלי באקדמיה. להיות עם הציונים הכי גבוהים, זה לא משהו שהוא קל באוניברסיטת חיפה. הרבה מזה זה בגלל התמיכה הזאת, זה בגלל המעטפת הזאת. הצלחתי פשוט להציב לעצמי יעדים שהם הרבה יותר גבוהים ממה שהורגלתי אליהם. לא להיות בינונית, אלא להיות הטובה ביותר במה שאני עושה. עוד לא ראיתי מלגה שבנויה בצורה כל כך טובה, ושהשפיעה עליי כל כך הרבה.
I would like to thank all of those who took part in this video clip. Some of them are with us here tonight. Please stand up. Dr. Tali Mas, Hadi Salama, Yuval Sprintz, Mazal Sam. Thank you. I would like also to take this opportunity to thank you all for your ongoing contribution to the University of Haifa, which allowed my colleagues and me to take our unique academic path. We will now hear from the person to whom we all owe a special debt of gratitude for the establishment of this beautiful garden. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Professor Alfred Tauber, the chairman of the Board of Governors of the University, the visionary and initiator of the Garden of Donors.
Good evening. I'm here to represent the donors, certainly not myself. This was not my idea. It was not my design. It was not my execution. It drew from many, many components of the university to put this together. But the most important point that I'd like to make this evening is that the donor garden, beyond being a physical recognition of support for the university by many, many people, it offers each of them tangible evidence that they are part of this university. Their involvement has been measured, for instance, in dollars or euros or shekels. But at the base, there is a motivation, a fundamental motivation, that they want to be part of this enterprise. And we must acknowledge them as members of this community. And that's what this donor garden, for me at least, means. It's a physical acknowledgement, a tangible piece of evidence that you, the donors, are part of this family. And it is inscribed on a very modest plaque, on a very modest trench, without any major ado. It's enough to be there. And I, for one, am very proud to be counted. What I love about this particular landscape, this architecture, is how understated it is. And I can imagine in 2,000 years, when those archaeologists excavate this hill, they will begin to put together a social history, just as we put together a social history from the inscriptions that we are discovering throughout this land. We are developing an understanding of the complex dimensionality of the people who lived here 2,000 years ago. And it offers us an understanding both who they were and it says much about who we are. And I look forward to them finding this wall and the names inscribed. Thank you to all of you who have helped put this together and for making the donors part of this community. Thank you.
Will you please stay on stage? Thank you. I would like to introduce one of my colleagues of the Haifa grad team, Orit Nafcha, from the Department of Psychology, to present you with a modest token of appreciation. Thank you. Thank you, Alfred, and thank you all for walking along this path with the students, the faculty, and the University of Haifa. And now, the Haifa Big Band Orchestra once more. It is my pleasure to introduce a very impressive young woman. She's a graduate of the Rimon School of Music, currently studying for a bachelor degree in the Department of Music at the University of Haifa. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome May Safdie and the Big Band Orchestra.
you very much.
It's an honor to be here this evening. We hope you're enjoying your time in Israel and the music of the Haifa Big Band. We're a subsidiary of the Haifa Symphony Orchestra. Most of the musicians on the stage are members of the Haifa Symphony Orchestra. And let's give some applause to May Safdie.
Thank you.
Of course, what you just heard was Sway, and if you'll give us just a moment to arrange the clips on our music so it doesn't fly away with the wind, the next tune we're going to play is Blue Skies. Thank you, Mai. Now we're going to continue with an old classic, maybe you remember from the Blues Brothers. This is called Hit the Road, Jack.
And don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, chick, and don't you come back no more. Hit the road, chick, and don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, chick, and don't you come back no more. Oh woman, don't you treat me so mean. You're the meanest old woman I have ever seen. I guess if you say so, I will have to pack my things and go. That's right, hit the road, chick, and don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, chick, and don't you come back no more. Oh, hit the road, chick, and don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, chick, and don't you come back no more. Oh, baby, listen, baby, don't you treat me this way. back on my feet someday. I don't care if you do, cause it's understood. If you got no money, you just ain't no good. I guess if you say so, I will have to pack my things and go. That's right, hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack, don't you come back no more. Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more. Oh, hit the road, Jack. Yeah, hit the road, Jack.
Thank you so much. We have one song left for you this evening. It's a song that's really made the rounds both as a jazz standard and in the films. This is What a Wonderful World, which I think everybody knows from the famous performance by Louis Armstrong, the trumpet player and singer. But I think May sings it even better than him, and she's for sure prettier. So this is our last song, and thank you again so much. We hope you enjoyed us. Haifa Big Band, May Safdie.
Thank you. I see trees of green, red roses too. I watch them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed days, the dark sacred nights, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of the people passing by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? But they really say, I love you. I hear babies cry, I watch them grow. They learn much more than I never know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. What a wonderful world. I think to myself, what a wonderful Thank you.
Thank you to the Haifa Big Band Orchestra, to the singer May Safdie and conductor Jeff Howard. Finally, I would like to thank you all for being with us at this very special evening. Good night, and I wish you all a safe trip home.